Hello, I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, and it's Wednesday. You know what that means? Time for another All 22 Film Room Breakdown. Today, I'm going to go over the Colts passing woes against Chicago, right? Who's to blame on that? Uh, was the offensive line just not doing their job? Was the wide receivers unable to catch the football or get separation? Was Rivers to blame in this? Or, let's face it, the Bears have a really good defense. Was they the reason that Phillip Rivers, for the first time all season so far, thrown under 70% completion percentage? I'm not going to wait too long. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that needs to go through here. This is a nice, long breakdown. Don't forget, before I get into this, I do these every Wednesday, afternoon, evening. Hey, exclusively here on Sportscaster. And if you want to make sure you don't miss these, all you got to do is make a profile on Sportscaster. Takes you 15, 30 seconds, and then follow me. Once you follow me, you're notified next time I go live. You won't ever miss a stream. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get to it. All right, so before I really get started too much, I want to say one thing. I don't understand why Frank Reich was not giving Braden Smith help a lot of this game, because Braden Smith gave up 7 pressures all by himself in this game. All by himself. When you're facing off against Khalil Mack, you need to bring a tight end in once in a while, the majority of the time. Help chip him. Make his job easier against Khalil Mack, all right? Because Mack is getting pressure on Rivers a lot this game, and that's going to affect his timing and his accuracy of his passes. So when you're looking at completion percentages, where he's passing the football, how accurate he's passing, decision making, things of that nature, pressure has a lot to do with it. And when you are facing against somebody who is an all pro at passing the rusher or rushing the passer, one of these days I'll learn English. You got to give that guy help. And Braden Smith's done a great job normally, but against all pro guys, Braden Smith is not that guy, especially when when you got guys who can turn speed into power the way Khalil Mack can. And what's even weirder is Mark Glowinski, who all of us who break film down talk about, the weak link, so to speak, of the Colts offensive line, had his best game against Akeem Hicks. Can you believe that? Yes. In this game, Mark Glowinski had an outstanding game. But breaking down the play right here, let's watch. All right. So first off, you watch. Look at that. Rivers the entire time stared down. The entire time was staring down Trey Burton on this first pass play to Trey. Staring him down. Look, his eyes are right over here, right at him. He goes inside and then cuts back outside. As soon as he makes that cut, then Rivers throws the football. But he's staring him down the whole time. First off, that's bad. Second off, that ball hits him dead in the hands right in front, right where you want to throw the football. Right where you want to throw the football, and Trey drops it. First things first, this is Trey's first game as a Colt. Has been on IR for the last 3 weeks. Okay? Is not up to speed yet. New guy with Indianapolis. He should not have as many targets as Trey Burton has. I think he had 9 targets in this game. You should have been giving it to guys who have been showing early on anyhow good hands. I think what this was Rivers and Wright really trying to get him into the game plan early on. But I think they should have weaned him in instead of just throwing it hardcore at him early on. But yeah, this was not a good situation. This was not a good pass right here. And as you see, watch Mark. He gives up a little bit of yardage and then stiffens up. I love this entire game how Mark Glowinski gives up a little bit of yardage and stiffens his back and then stops him only so far in. Okay, so at the beginning of the season, after we got Trey Burton, I was pounding the table. I was like, Frank Reich needs to come up with a lot of 3 tight end formations. 3 tight ends. And then I saw this play, and I was jumping for joy. Oh, my goodness, 3 tight ends. Jack, Mo, and Trey. First game they've been able to do that because Trey's been on IR, and Jack's been hurt the last couple weeks. So, heck yeah, I was excited as heck. Now, why was I excited? Why was I pounding the table? Because this is a big formation. And look, you got all 11 defenders right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9 yards or closer to the line of scrimmage. They're thinking run. There's 3 freaking tight ends. No, you pass out of this formation once in a while. And that's what they do here to set them up for the run game later. They are passing out of this formation, and I'd have no problem keeping 2 tight ends back to block coming out of this. No problem at all, which means I have no problem with Trey Burton coming out as a receiver because Mo Alley-Cox and Jack Doyle are much better blockers than Trey Burton. But you need more than 2 people going out for a route. And all you have is the wide receiver and Trey Burton going out for a route right here. Nyheim Hines is supposed to go out for a route, but let's watch actually what happens here. Huh? Watch this. He stops the block. Are you kidding me? He stops the block? Are you out of your mind? You can't do that, man. All right. So as this play happens, watch. Good initial, good contact, right? Kelly's got his man, AC and Nelson, right? You got good blocks all the way down the line. Good block. It looks like Kelly might be beat, but he ends up recovering really quickly. Pushes him out. At this point, Rivers is looking deep to the receiver first off. But the receiver has over-under help. He's got deep safety help. He can't throw to him because he's got a guy right on him and then a guy deep safety. So there's only 2 options. You got Trey Burton, you got Nyheim Hines. Now, as the play develops, right now is the time Rivers should throw that football to Burton. But his eyes hasn't turned to that yet. Problem number 2. What the hell is Nyheim Hines doing? He ain't got time to stop and chip block somebody when they've already got him way out here. AC's got his man blocked out way out here. Watch. Just hold on. He not only blocks him, but he takes the block away from AC. He goes in full force, takes the block completely away from Anthony Costanzo here before he decides. And then, if you've seen, because he does that, look what the defensive end does to him. He just shoves him, takes him completely out of his route. Hines should have been way out there already as an option for Rivers, because he would have probably been the better option out of all these, because he could have caught the ball, hit the edge, and ran. Probably got a first down, if not close to it. Now, he throws to Trey. Now, he throws to Trey a little late or a little early, depending upon how you look at this. Either way, his timing is messed up. He either needs to throw it now, here, right, before Roquan can get to the throwing lane, where in which Burton should be able to catch the football, or wait a little while until Trey gets past him and then throw it near the edge. But he had to hold the ball too long for this play to develop, The pressure gets by. He's got two guys coming in on him. He has to get rid of this football. Has to. And because he had to throw this. Basically, he had to throw this football away. He threw it to a point on the field where no one could get the ball. And I think either A is just a bad design play because Nyheim Hines should have never stopped. Never, ever stopped to help AC. Not when AC has him already all locked up. Period. All right. Now, if he was having an issue and the defensive end was starting to get around him, fine. Then you come in, you chip him back into AC. But AC had him locked up, no problem. He should have sprinted out to the edge. They wouldn't have been able to keep up with him. They would have had a huge amount of room here. But because he stopped to chip, the linebacker out here was able to keep up with him. Just not a good look on the offense at all. It was just a bad play. Bad design play. Shouldn't have been used. You're still here? Awesome. Thanks for watching this stream. Please, if you have a moment of your time, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you're notified next time I go live. And if you got a few extra seconds, hit that description down there below the video and check out all the places that you can follow me, whether it be Sportscaster here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and there's a couple places where you can help donate to my channel. That way I can continue to bring all this content to you. Thank you for your support. Now, let's get back to the video. All right, so in this game, the Bears had 14 pressures on Phillip Rivers. 14. Okay? That's almost equal to what the Colts had the previous 3 games combined. Now, credit to the defense of Chicago. Great defense. Chuck Pagano, very good defensive coordinator. I know it sounds weird to say. I mean, granted, he was the head coach of the Colts, but to be fair, great defensive coordinator because he draws up a great play here. But this play right here, this is on Kelly. This pressure's on Kelly. Not directly because of Kelly, but because Kelly was not aware of his surroundings. Chuck Pagano's about to have Khalil Mack not come in for the pressure. He's going to have Khalil Mack on Jack Doyle, which means only these 3 defensive linemen are coming in. Now, if Kelly was paying attention, let's watch. He would watch. If he was paying attention, he would see as he snaps the football, that linebacker right here is coming up. He should have seen that and immediately took that defensive end so that Nelson was not between a rock and a hard place on choosing who he's going to block. Kelly could have seen him coming up, took the defensive tackle right at the snap. Instead, he didn't even see him, came over here when there's 3 guys now blocking 1 dude. 3 guys blocking 1 and 2 on 3. Like I said, great defensive call by Chuck Pagano by bringing the extra man in a place that the Colts just weren't ready for and didn't expect, right? They did not expect that 4th guy to be a middle linebacker. And it only gave Rivers 2 seconds. 2 seconds to get rid of this football. Literally. He had to throw it away. This happened a few times. And that's just because Kelly did not happen to see, right as this ball snapped, you see him coming up. Kelly should have been looking, and he didn't. That's all on Kelly, my guys. All on Kelly. So sometimes incompletions just ain't on the receivers. Sometimes it ain't on the quarterback. A lot of times it's all on the offensive line. And credit to the defense, because sometimes the defense just has a great play and executes perfectly. Okay, so sometimes there's a big problem here. Look, we're inside the 20. Big red zone deficiencies for the Colts so far this season is red zone efficiency. They're not able to get touchdowns. Now, I want to point out the first down markers at the 6-yard line. Okay, 6-yard line. So you need to get to about the 5-yard line in order to get a first down. And then, of course, anything past that's fine. But you want to get to the 5-yard line. So let's watch this play and see how it unfolds. Okay. And watch Rivers' head. Look where he's looking the whole time. Same place. He doesn't wait. He just throws the football and threw it to Zach Pascal. Now, look where he throws the football. He throws this football. It's right here for Zach Pascal. He's got one-on-one. This is a bad timing throw. Placed it perfectly, but bad timing. Because he gave it to him. It was at the 5 and going forward, but it shouldn't have happened. If he'd have waited just a second longer, so that Pascal was over here, not even a second, even a quarter second, so that he was down a little bit further. This is the designed back shoulder throw to Pascal. Let Pascal bring the cornerback down a little bit further and come back for the football to the 5-yard line, so that Pascal would have a little bit of separation from Jalen Johnson, and he would have had a chance. But instead, he throws it as he got to the 5-yard line. He threw it so it's just a little too early on the pass. Well, let's look if there was any other options. Because, as I said before, Rivers is staring Pascal down. Is there other options he could have had? Absolutely. First off, there was no pressure whatsoever. Watch T.Y. Hilton. Watch T.Y. on this play. If he wasn't staring him down, he could have threw to T.Y. right here. Could have threw the ball right in this general vicinity. T.Y. could have caught it and then just dove at the feet of the safety right here, or the linebacker, whoever that is. I can't tell. I think it's a linebacker. Could have caught the ball and dove at the feet, or even stopped on a dime and cut back and might have had a touchdown. But he could have caught it, dove at the feet at the 5-yard line, had the first down, have been first and goal at the 5. Easily. But he ain't looking anywhere but Pascal. Let's keep watching. He throws this football. There's no pressure on him at all. None. He could have waited. He could have pump faked that general direction to make this linebacker cut back this way. And had he done that, it would have made the linebacker continue to go that way. And then Burton on this post route, when he came up this way and then cut back, he'd had a complete open field back here. Two problems. First off, he had multiple options. Threw the ball. He threw the ball too soon. Made the decision to throw the ball too soon. He threw it too soon either for his receiver way out here on the corner, or he threw it too soon because he wasn't paying attention. He had other options on the field as well. This play was all on Rivers. Here's a play that was on Rivers' accuracy, which is odd because normally Phillip Rivers is not an inaccurate passer, right? That's one of his strengths. He is an incredibly... Arm strength is a little bit off. Sometimes he throws 50-50 balls where he shouldn't. Ill-advised 50-50 balls. But his accuracy is generally dead on point. But this play on 3rd and 10, where you got to get to the 39-yard line, accuracy a little bit off. Now the Bears defense, they've got it locked down. Now, Rivers isn't pressured on this play, but he throws it, in the dirt. In the dirt. Now, when he throws his football, look, he's getting ready to throw the football. Yeah, you have Taylor, but good Lord, he's 11 yards away from the first down, and he's got a linebacker staring him down. Could he have gotten away? Maybe, but the cornerbacks might have been able to get up here. It's 3rd down. You need to throw the football beyond the first down marker. The only one that's open for this is T.Y. because it's that outside route right here. And he just throws it right into the dirt. As I said, could have threw it to Doyle, but obviously not a good Not a good decision because it's short of the first down. Yes, he could have threw it right then to Doyle, maybe caught it and got away from his coverage, but that safety right there probably would have knocked him down. That's just a bad throw. That's just a bad throw. If he'd have got that ball up a little bit, that would have probably been a first down. Quarterbacks have bad throws once in a while. Generally, Rivers is incredibly accurate. Everybody else was covered downfield. Even this guy, way out here in the corner, he's got a guy covering him. Doyle was short. That play right there, first off, when it's, yes, a lot of people ask, why are plays drawn up or called where there's receivers coming short of the first down marker when it's third down? Well, first off, you don't have so many plays that every receiver makes it past the first down marker. They have to play what's there. Now, in that situation with Doyle, you know what? There's a chance if that safety wasn't there, if that safety cut over to help cover TY, it would have been a first down had it just been the linebacker covering him. But it wasn't. So, yeah, it's just a bad throw. Very odd situation from Rivers. Just a bad throw. All right. Colts just got the ball. 1st and 10 at the 20. They play a running back screen for Nyheim Hines. This is the reason why they run the ball with Nyheim Hines a lot, is so that when they throw the ball to him, it's less likely that the defense is ready for it, right? I'll tell you what, this is a running back screen, and it's played perfectly by the Colts, but it's played even better by Roquan Smith. The Colts play this about as well as they can. Roquan Smith, on the other hand, sniffs this out immediately. Let's watch the play. Oh, we see this all the time with our own defense, with the Colts defense. We see it all the freaking time when Darius Leonard or Anthony Walker or Bobby Okereke beats the blocks with speed. Right? All the time we see this. You don't see it all the time with other teams against us. But the Bears got really fast, good linebackers, especially Roquan Smith. And he just beats the pulling people. Watch. Kelly comes out here. Nelson's supposed to come out here, lead block. Had they got those blocks, Hines would have had a good positive yardage, but Roquan sniffs it out as soon as that ball is snapped, basically. Look, the ball's already hiked, and he's immediately sprinting to the outside towards Nyheim Hines. He sniffs this immediately and is able to get by both Kelly and Nelson. There was nothing wrong that the Colts did wrong here. Nothing that the Colts did wrong here. Roquan Smith just made an amazing play against the Colts and forced it now second and like 16, because this was a 6-yard loss right here. 6-yard loss because Roquan Smith sniffed it out immediately. On a screen, you're supposed to act like you're blocking and then run out, right? Act like you're blocking, then run out. And that's what they do. See, immediately it looks like they're blocking, and then they turn upfield, but Roquan's already passed them. Already passed them. Amazing play by Roquan. Nothing the Colts could have done there. I mean, it was a smart. I loved the play call because Nyheim Hines had been running the football so much. It should have been not being able to be seen, but Roquan just sniffed it out immediately. Had he not, this could have been a huge play down the field. But Roquan just blew it up. Credit to Roquan Smith. He had a hell of a game. Okay, for the final breakdown play of the game, I'm going to go by what should have been a monster play, but a missed call by the referees makes this play null and void. And when you first watch it, you think, this is a bad pass to a wide open T.Y. Hilton by Phillip Rivers. And it's not. This is not a bad pass. Watch here. All right, first off, watch T.Y. Hilton and watch what happens. I think that's Marcus Johnson against the corner. Watch what happens here. This is stupid. That right there messed up everything. That right there messed up everything. As these guys are going downfield, T.Y.'s cutting across. He's supposed to be going this way, right? You watch him. He's supposed to go this way. The receiver cuts inside. As he's cutting to avoid the corner. To cut inside to make the corner come this way so that T.Y.'s wide open out here, right? He leans into him and creates contact, which makes T.Y. stop. He made T.Y. stop as T.Y. was cutting. Watch. Bam, there's the hit. T.Y. has to stop and cut back around instead of continuing this way. Instead of looking back at where Rivers is throwing the football, he has to stop and cut back around because illegal contact downfield. Legitimately. The cornerback, as the receiver cuts inside, the corner goes with him. Illegal contact. T.Y. has to stop and go around. Rivers is throwing the football thinking that T.Y. would be here. Wide open. Wide open. But instead, it's too late. T.Y. had to cut his route a little short. This play had nothing to do with the Colts. This had everything to do with illegal contact downfield. So as you can see, there were multiple reasons why the Indianapolis Colts passing game was not on point and why Rivers was below 70% completion for this game for the first time this season. Obviously, there was some offensive line problems, miscommunications. The Bears defense is just solid all the way around. They got a ton of pressure on Rivers, made him throw the football a lot earlier than what he wanted to, affected his accuracy, affected the timing. There were situations where one or two bad throws, couple bad play calls, in my opinion. And then, of course, on that final play that I showed you, a bad illegal contact downfield, which resulted in an incompletion that should have been a huge gain. Now, do I think that the Colts have anything to worry about? No, because in general, it looked like the receivers were playing pretty darn good. It's just the Colts aren't going to play a defense at the caliber that the Bears are on a week-to-week basis. This upcoming game against the Browns got a pretty good defense, but they're not solid from top to bottom like the Bears are. Okay? Yes, the Bears have had issues, especially losing Eddie Goldman. And it took them a minute to get to understand that. The Colts ran the ball actually pretty decently the majority of the time. There was a few plays that were stopped in the background with Nyheim Hines running the football. But for the most part, the Colts ran the ball well. They ran about 4 yards a carry. They could have went to that a little bit more. But, yeah, I think the Colts really don't have much to worry about, even with the loss of Michael Pittman Jr. and Paris Campbell for a while. We don't know if Paris Campbell's out for the rest of the season. He might be back in the next few weeks. Who knows? Same with Michael Pittman Jr. after his surgery. So we'll see. We'll see. I love the fact that we have all three tight ends back. That's a formation I think the Colts can really take advantage of, especially against the Cleveland Browns. But I want to thank everybody here that's joined me on Sportscaster watching this live. I've got 52 people watching live right now. Thanks, FB Bill, Michael Robert. Oh, Michael Robert, thank you for the follow. And Fabulous D. Now, 53 people watching. I only called out 3 people, so there's 50 people watching that doesn't have a profile here on Sportscaster. Because otherwise, if you did, I'd see your name right over here in the live chat. So please spend 15, 30 seconds, make a profile. Don't take much time at all. You can link it to your Twitter, your Facebook, an email. You can make a quick profile pic with your phone if you want. If you don't, oh well, just have a letter for your name as your profile pic. It'll automatically do that anyhow. And then you can give me a follow and catch me next time I go live. Also, don't forget to follow the rest of the Sportscaster News crew, which is myself, Ray Rout, Joe Nubo, Adam Armbrecht, and Keith McPherson here on Sportscaster. And until next time, as usual, I'm Lawrence Owen with the Colts Film Room every Wednesday afternoon. Have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.